What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we need to talk about AMC a little bit. And it seems to be the same case every single day. We talk about AMC in the same light. We understand what it can be. We understand what it will be, in my opinion. But I wanted to talk through the short interest a little bit, talk through the chart exchange data, the Ortex data, just a little bit, more in depth, and then go through what the price action did today. I can't speak. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to join the Let It Burn channel, feel free to be a part of that, because we're burning off Shiba Inu with every video that we post, with every single bit of revenue that we have on the table there. Feel free to be a part of that community, and also follow me on Twitter if you want some updates on all of this stuff: AMC, stocks, crypto, Shiba, whatever. We have a bunch of updates and a bunch of things we want to talk about over there. So feel free to follow me on Twitter. But let's go ahead and dive into this. I think we need to start with the Ortex data, because we did see some positive movement when it comes to our side of things, when it comes to the Ortex data, and we see it's at 21.81%. Not 81%, 21.81%. And the shorted shares, the total shorted shares is around 112 million. You can see that we had 4.03 million borrowed shares and 1.4 return shares, 1.4 million return shares, which is a short interest change of about 1%. So that's really good to be able to see that increase in short interest. I would love for them to just give up already, but it's tough to say, if they actually are going to give up. But what people are looking at is they look at this number and they go, if they're shorting so much, like how come the shorted shares stays the same? Like, why are these shorted shares staying at 112 when you see they're shorting a heck of a lot every single day? Borrowed shares doesn't equal shorted shares. So obviously, when you look at the borrowed shares, is how much they're borrowing. If you look at the shares that were returned, it could be returned in any fashion, but you basically saying that they're covering those shorts. You are seeing that the shares on loan is 123 million, so it has increased there. You do see utilization maxed out, cost to borrow at 1.15, and just overall, when you look at all this information, it shows that our side of things is definitely in the right. I mean, the fact that they're shorting it so much, and you can see companies like Amazon, companies like maybe Apple, or even Tesla, that's not shorted as much as this. And Tesla was shorted heavily. I can't speak. Shorted heavily for a while, because they didn't believe in Tesla, and heavily probably wasn't to the level that this was. So when you look at this, you're always asking that question, like, well, what's going on behind the scenes? You see all the short volume. If you look over at the chart exchange data, you're going to see that, yes, right here it says 75%. Let's go ahead and refresh that. It says 75% or 76%. That's because the reported shares didn't update, but 75% is crazy. What does that truly mean? When it says 75%, or it says 55% or 65%, when you look at all the volume that goes through, right? The reason why we see negativity is because we have negative action that's happening in the market, right? The market is about buying and selling. It's also about shorting, which is a form of that selling as well. So you're looking at the negative activity that's happening on there, and doubling down on that negative activity by seeing all of the shorting that's going on in the volume for the day, all of the selling that may be going on. It's not a crazy amount, but all the selling that's going on, and then the buying, that's that little portion over there, right? If you have them shorting out of the total volume in the day, if you have them shorting 50% of the volume, it doesn't mean that the stock is actually 50% short, right? This just means the volume. They can short it 10 times in a day. Like, I can short a position 10 times in a day. It doesn't mean that I'm holding on to that position, but that counts as 10 shorted shares. Let's go with that. But it could be a lot more that I'm actually trading in that time period. So I could be shorting 100 shares. I could be shorting 1,000 shares each time. That would be 3,000 shares that I would end up shorting. Now, I wouldn't short anything, just to let you know, like, don't take this out of context. I would not short anything in AMC or GME. I do short other positions when I feel the opportunity is right and I want to day trade or something, but I will not short a position to extinction. I will not short a position if I feel as though it's being over shorted. Like, what? That doesn't make sense why you would do something like that. They take advantage of the system. So when you look at something like this of 75% of the total volume, it doesn't mean that the entire stock is 75% short. It means that they are shorting out of the volume in the day. 75% of the volume was was short volume. Now, again, that can be one person that decided to short this thing, a million times, right? They could have done it a million times and shorted one share a million times. Obviously, it would be detrimental to their account to end up doing something like that, but they can consistently short, and then whatever is held, that's what will be reported as that shorted share, right? So that's not uh, that's not what you're seeing here. You're seeing kind of apples and oranges in a way. So when you look at this data and see that in the last 30 days, the average volume, the average short volume is 60%, that doesn't mean that the stock is 60% short. However, it does mean that they're shorting it 60% in a day or 60% on average. This means that you're going to see them constantly attack it. And it's even worse than holding on to a short position. They're constantly attacking it. It's like if you have somebody that just like kicks and holds, like kicks and holds your chest or whatever like that, it's going to hurt more if they constantly just kick you, right? Constantly kick you rather than kick and hold or kick and just push, right? That's what basically a shorted share is. When you have that shorted share that's going to last a while, you're going to hold on to it for a long time. It may be that push and you're just pushing. You're just constantly pushing on them. You're not hitting them anymore. You're pushing. But when it comes to you shorting and reshorting and shorting again, you're just hitting somebody and hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, right? So that's basically what it's like. And it sucks. It does suck because I think it's way worse seeing something of 75 or 76% short. And it's not short interest because, again, it's just constant shorts that are going through. It doesn't mean that it's long. It's volume that has a long life. It could be volume that has a short life. So that's what I wanted to talk about there. Let's go into AMC, the stock really quick just to see what did happen today. And you can see it is actually down about 6% in the day. It's down to $17.75, down about $1. And you can see in the after hours market, it's slightly up. It's probably going to change, back and forth. You are going to see the volume at 43.74 million. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another 60% day in short volume, which again doesn't mean short interest. So when we look at the day and how it started, it looked like we were starting off on the right foot, seeing that increase. And then I said that we were seeing a rapid increase that I didn't want to see them pull that back, because what they're going to do is you're going to see it increase, create a lower point, and then it starts creating a lower low, lower highs scenario. You do see it break above a certain level, get to a level up here of $19.36, and then get shorted some more. Again, they're just jabbing. They're just hitting you. Every single time they're hitting you on the way down. And that's what it's doing, is decreasing the position. You see one of these fake out breakouts that you do see here, or, fake breakout. And you do see this get above the VWAP, the 200 EMA, the 15 moving average, and then fall back below all of that. We do see some fluctuation, but it's creating lower highs, lower lows. As we do go through here, you are seeing a double top. And that double top scenario will indicate a downtrend, which you do see a continuation of that. As we get towards 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, we see it hit hard, buy some shorts, buy some selling that's going on. And you could see that level out down here around that $17 mark. So it wasn't really the best move. Again, I think this month is not going to be a horrible month. I think we're going to see that first green month. I know right now, if we look at the month candlesticks, we're going to see that this probably has turned red. It was green for a little bit, and we're looking at that 200 EMA as a line to where we could potentially see a decent sized bounce. That's what I'm thinking of. I understand that technical analysis means nothing at this point, but when I look at it, it shows me nothing but positivity here. I understand that it can continue to go back down, but this is just way too much negativity for how many months we've been seeing how negative it is. Way too much negativity, especially for the amount of people that are holding it. They're just shorting this thing to make it follow the market, right? If the market is going in a certain direction, they're continuing to short this thing to look like it's going in that direction when it really shouldn't, right? That's the truth, in my opinion. So you let me know what you think. I don't want to make this video crazy long, but I did want to talk about short interest today because it's something that really needs to be discussed. When we look at the amount that they're shorting it, it's not about what they're shorting and holding. It's about what they're just constantly hitting us with, what they're constantly jabbing at us with. It's just too much. So Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. If you want to join the Let It Burn channel, feel free to join that channel. Link will be the first link in the description. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me at Perry8K on Twitter. It'll be down there in the description as well. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.